Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. How's everyone doing? Did everyone have a good weekend? Let me get to my chat. Melanie Christina, good morning. Lisa 54, Cheryl Lynn, Debbie, Light Feather, good morning. Charlie Girl says, Mike, Never Lose Hope, Sapphire, TC. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? By the way, guys, our members meeting we had Saturday night, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed sitting around talking with everyone while I painted my little unicorn. Hey, Morgan. Good morning. Long time no see. Oh, no. Oh, no. Crap. I just spilled coffee all over me. Ugh. Oh, my freaking sloth PJs. The black and white ones. I'll live. It's not that bad. Crap. It got on my notes. Anyhow, I was going to say this weekend, Saturday night, we are going to do a member stream. I'm having a special guest, Mr. Mike from the chat is going to be on panel with me, and we're going to be discussing the John Benet Ramsey case. And I figured we would just do a member stream because this is Mike's first time of being on a live stream, and I just figured he'd be more comfortable with just, channel members in the chat. Because sometimes that case attracts weirdos. For real. A lot of cases do. So does the Darlie Routier case. But I got to set up the stream. It will probably be Saturday night around 8 or 8:30. Anyhow, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting. I got to dig out my John Benet Ramsey notes. Wait, I saw someone. Hey, Z Storage. Ola. How are you? Cheryl T, good morning. How are you? Okay, guys. So we got a lot to talk about this morning. The first thing we're going to talk about, I do not have in my thumbnail or my title because I just learned about it. Never Lose Hope sent me something. But I reckon Casey Anthony is going to be producing a documentary. Yep. Let me screen share this. The nerve of her to act like she's innocent. She might have been found not guilty by a jury. That doesn't mean she's not guilty. As I say with Lori Vallow, Casey, I always say Lori Vallow is the most responsible because, those were her kids. Same thing with Casey Anthony. She is responsible she was the most responsible for Kaylee. And anyhow, it says Casey Anthony will mark the 10-year anniversary of her acquittal by partnering up with a couple of producers for a documentary about her daughter's murder. You mean her daughter that she murdered? Casey, along with producers Tamara Simmons, Ebony Porter Ike, is currently developing a documentary about the notorious Florida versus Casey Anthony trial. Casey will be an executive producer for what's being dubbed an authorized documentary in which Casey will offer her viewpoint of the gruesome death of her 2-year-old, Kaylee Anthony, in 2008. Of course, Kaylee's mother was charged with her murder but acquitted in 2011, sparking outrage and condemnation throughout the country. Casey and her co-producers say she's finally ready to clear her name, bring justice to her daughter, and begin the process of establishing her daughter's legacy in a different light. Really, lady? Really? Because I heard an interview where you said you didn't even celebrate Mother's Day because it was around the time of your birthday. And, if you celebrated Mother's Day, then your birthday would be overlooked. Basically, is what she said. Okay. The producers claim many of the revelations will be shocking and will answer questions much of the nation has had since the trial. Remember, Casey did not take the stand. Kaylee's remains were found in a wooded area less than a half a mile from Casey's home in Orlando in December 2008, We got to do a stream about Casey Anthony, but I'm going to need some help with it because I didn't sit and watch every part of that trial. But I would like to do a live stream about her. She's got some nerve. Nobody's going to believe nothing that she says. It says she's going to be answering questions the nation had. Nothing she says is going to be believed. Look how many times she lied. She even lied about where she worked at. She claimed she worked at, I believe it was Universal Studios. Could have been Disneyland. She even lied about that. She never worked there. Lisa, I watched it nonstop from day one. Well, maybe you can come up and help me with it, Lisa. Hey, it's a crying shame, Lisa Irwin. Why doesn't she want to find out who killed her daughter if she didn't do it? Well, she tries to blame it on her dad, doesn't she? Didn't she say that? Didn't her attorney say that Kaylee drowned in the swimming pool? And her dad was like, look what you have done, Casey, to Kaylee. And then he helped her cover it up. I watched it, I think, 3 times at this point. I need to go back and watch it. It's probably here on YouTube. Then it'd be easy for me to have a stream about. Would love to have CC and Lisa 54 on panel together. Oh, Mike, you've missed it. We've had game nights before where Lisa's been on panel with me. Some of those may be on members only, though. Anyways, I'll get her up here. I still can't believe her mother covered for her with that chlorophyll search. Really, did she? I mean, why else would you be looking up how to make chloroform if you wasn't up to no good? Unless you're researching true crime, because I have looked it up before and it's easy to make. You can buy some bleach and stuff and make it. She probably gave her too many sleeping pills. That's what I think. Because one of Casey's friends, I believe it was that guy she was seeing at the time of Kaylee's disappearance, he said that they always called Xanaxes Xannies. A lot of people do. And so that's where I think she come up with that Zanny the nanny. There's no nanny. Xanax was babysitting her because I believe she used to drug Kaylee. So Kaylee would go to sleep and she could go out and party. Bubba, open my door up. Anyways, of course, I will be watching the documentary when it comes out. And you know, this documentary is going to paint her like she's innocent. Like I said, the jury may have acquitted her. We all know. We all know she killed Kaylee. Then she tried to blame it on her parents, on her dad. Didn't she even say her dad molested her? I don't believe that. I do not believe that. Even if he did, that's no excuse for what happened to Kaylee. Don't you hate when kids ruin your party time? She sure hated it, Morgan, that's for sure. Hold on, guys. Let me mute. I gotta cough. Anyways, I believe Casey Anthony is on the same level as Jodi Arias. They're both evil as hell. Jodi, she may be a little bit more evil than Casey. I don't know, though. They're running a pretty close race. Yeah, remember that tattoo that she got? What did it say? It meant beautiful life. I can't remember the exact words. I believe she actually had that covered up. She went out. Okay, Kaylee was missing. She went out partying. She went out and got tattoos. She was hanging out with her boyfriend. Sorry, bitch. I can't stand her. I don't care if she was acquitted. She's still guilty in my eyes. Okay. Also, this morning we're going to be talking about Orinn and OrsonWest because the adoptive grandmother gave an interview. I believe it was to ABC. I was trying to find the interview. All I found was the article, what else she said. So I will read that to y'all. Let me just get it here. I think the reward is up to $120,000.
We all want to
crap! It's gonna.
We spend our time. Restaurants, theater.
Play the video. Okay. So it says, family of missing toddlers speak out. They say they're public targets. I have to agree with that. I mean, the public's after them hot and heavy, honey. They're outside of their home 24/7, it seems like. And I don't know if I agree with that, guys. I don't know if I agree with the live streamers. Hey, they're doing a good job. I know they care about the boys. I'm not saying that at all, that they don't care. I just don't know if I agree with them standing outside of Wanda West's home. Because she is an elderly lady, and the boys were not in her care, they were in her son's care. So, personally, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't stand outside of her home shouting, "Where are the boys?" and things like that. But to each their own, it's a free country. Okay. An urgent search for the two California City, California toddlers missing since December 21st, 2020 continues. Here's what Wanda said. I just know they were really good parents as far as I'm concerned. Wanda West, the grandmother of the toddlers, said about the adoptive parents in an exclusive interview with ABC News Saturday. Brothers Orson and Orinn West, ages 3 and 4, respectively, were reported missing by their adoptive parents, Trezell and Jacqueline West. I'll share some pictures with y'all in a minute. They say, we offered a reward out of our own pockets, the missing boy's uncle, Jamal Watkins, told ABC News. The reward, initially offered at $30,000 by extended members of the West family, has increased to $120,000, contributed by multiple parties. Authorities have received more than 2,000 tips and are now using imaging devices at the adoptive parents' home to search for the boys. Police suspect foul play was involved in the boys' disappearance, according to Cal City Police Chief John Walker. No suspects or persons of interest have been named in the case at this time. We have not ruled out anyone, Chief Walker said. But now the adopted family says they're targets, not from authorities, but from the public. It is misguided to blame uncles and aunts and grandparents for children who are missing that we love and care about and are trying to find, Jamal Watkins said. Right now, there are people outside the home talking about where are the boys, said Wanda West. The boys were adopted in 2019. The West told police that the boys were last seen playing in their backyard. I realized I left the back gate open. I panicked. I came inside the house. We searched the house, me and my wife, Trezell West told Bakersfield ABC affiliate KERO on December 23rd. Once that didn't pan out, I got into the van. I looked down the street in both directions. It was getting dark. It was getting cold. Neighbors' surveillance shows Trezell jumping into the van and looking for the boys. Yeah, he was only gone about 5 minutes. The toddler's biological mother, Ryan Dean, says she is devastated. I don't have not one evil bone in my body. And for this to happen to me, it's a lot for me, Ryan Dean said. As the community continues holding vigils, the family is reminding everyone that they're in deep pain too. It's like people don't realize we are grieving. We are hurting just like they are, Wanda West said. Okay, now I just want to show y'all some pictures of the boys with the West family. Okay. Okay. So here is one of the pictures. I think that is Jamal right there in the middle. I'm assuming that's Trezell back there. And there's the boys, Orinn and Orson. Jacqueline's holding one of them. There's Wanda West. I think that's Wanda West's husband behind her. Not sure who the other dude is. That little boy that Trezell's holding at the back, He never looks happy in any of the photos. I wonder why. Here's another picture. It looks like the boys are with Grandpa in this picture. I'm just wondering if I click on. Okay, I thought it might show me more pictures, but. Oh, that's a cute little picture. Bless their little hearts. What happened to those boys? What did they do to them? We know that the boys were not with them on December the 19th when the family says that they all went shopping and they dropped off 4 of the kids at the grandparents' house. We know they weren't with them because of neighbors' surveillance cameras. Where were they that day? I wonder if I'm sure police have asked them that. I heard that they lawyered up. Okay, I need to look at my chat. Hey, Amelia. Love your peace sign, a profile pic. Huge, smelly excuse, if you ask me. Amelia, I have seen a channel talking about the bio mom, had a lot of answers. She is sketch, to say the least. Yeah, I'm not too hard on the biological mother. Of course, I'm curious of why she didn't have the boys. But right now, what I'm concerned with is Jacqueline and Trezelle because they were the one responsible for their care. I think everybody should cut the bio mom a break right now. Oh, yeah, during that interview, Lisa Irwin, he kept calling the boys rambunctious, didn't he? I thought that was strange. Did that annoy him that the boys were rambunctious? Because he kept saying that. He said it a couple of times. The bio mom did not hurt the boys. It was someone caring for the boys. I know the evils of how CPS works. The bio mom is trying. Yeah, I heard that she was actually trying to drop off some Christmas presents not at their home, but with the caseworker. And the caseworker contacted Trezelle and Jacqueline, and they was like, oh, hell no, we don't want no presents. I see less sketchiness with the bio mom, as it were. Well, you know what? Maybe when she lost the boys or she gave up the boys, whatever happened, maybe she was having a hard time. Maybe her life was chaotic. Maybe now she's got all her ducks in a row. Who knows? But I feel bad for her. My heart breaks for her. Can you imagine the guilt that she feels for not having her boys and for her boys being in the care of the West? I think she feels a lot of guilt. Yes, it doesn't matter why that happened. They were responsible for their care and safety. I know. Well, a lot of people say, well, they should have never been in foster care. They should have never been adopted out. Well, that may be true, but they were. And we can't change that, can we? And what we need to focus on is finding the boys. And let's all remember that Trezelle and Jacqueline was responsible for their care. And let's cut the bio mom a break and let's say some prayers for her because I'm sure she's never going to forgive herself for losing her boys or giving them up, whatever the case may be. But I know in the state of Virginia, I am curious of what happened. I thought I read that she said she was trying to get them back and then they were adopted out. Well, here in the state of Virginia, they give you a chance to get your kids back. And if you don't do what they ask, go to like a counseling or whatever they ask, they will terminate your rights and adopt them out. That in itself is its own episode. Yes, exactly. They're not useless. They're just overworked and underpaid CPS. They and many other social services need such a huge haul. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened with like the AJ Friend case. Was just overloaded with cases. And in that case, the 2 social workers, they really didn't care about AJ and the family. They really didn't. If they had cared, they would have took AJ Friend as soon as they knocked on that damn door because it looked like a damn hog lot inside that home. And she was on drugs. I don't believe that for 1 second. No, sorry. Don't believe what? There's good caseworkers, there's bad caseworkers, guys. I always say that about everybody. Good and bad people all over the world, in every profession. Yeah, the case is just so awful. It is. It's heartbreaking. Now, what do y'all think? I want to know y'all's opinion. What do y'all think about the live streamers being outside of Wanda West and her husband's home day after day shouting, "Where are the boys?" I understand what they're trying to do. They care about the boys. They want answers. The community wants answers, right? I understand that. I just personally wouldn't do that. Maybe go there like a day or two, but like I do have to agree with one thing. One thing that was said during that interview is, they weren't responsible for the boys. It's Trezell and Jacqueline that were responsible. I don't think people should be harassing the aunts and uncles and things like that. That's just my opinion. Y'all, please don't come for me in the comment section. I mean, like I said, I think these live streamers have a good heart. AB Watchman, Crenshaw, what is it called? Crenshaw Incorporate. I don't know. But anyways, I think their heart's in the right place. I just wouldn't do that. Because Miss Wanda West is an elderly lady. I don't know. I was just raised to respect my elders. Wouldn't want her to, if it was me, I wouldn't want to be stressing her out. I'd be afraid she'd have a heart attack or something. But yes, they just want to help. I understand that completely. I just personally wouldn't do that. Okay. Cheryl T says, I think it's harassment. Yeah, well, a lot of people do. Amelia, I think it's fine within reason. Maybe give them 15 minutes a day or something. Yeah, good point. I think there's a better way to spend the energy, Morgan says. Lisa, they went too far. Lisa Irwin says, but they just want to help. Sapphire, I think Trezell and what's her name, Jacqueline, could come out and cooperate, and people might settle down, in my opinion. Yeah. I think that things would be different if they had tried to participate in the searches for the boys, but they didn't. And plus, they have been caught in lies because, these live streamers have got a hold of the neighbor's security footage, and it shows that Jacqueline didn't come out of the house and even look for her boys. So that enrages people. People are like, what kind of mother don't even step foot outside the house when their 3 and 4-year-olds missing? And then, that video footage also shows that Trezell is a liar because he said he looked everywhere for his boys. And he hemmed-hawed around for 15 minutes before he got in the van to even go look for them, looked like to me. And he was only gone 5 to 6 minutes. So they look really, really bad. But, it probably would have helped some if they would come out and speak again to the media. I understand probably that they don't want to because everyone's analyzing every little move they make, every word that they make. Rightfully so, though. I mean, how can we not analyze everything in a situation like this? We have a 4-year-old. He cannot escape my eyes. Well, I did feel sorry for the bio mother until I heard she was out partying when the boys were missing and the reason why they were taken. Yeah, is that true though, TC? That may just be a rumor. Innocent people do all they can to prove their innocence. Well, I sure would. I mean, you'd have to hog tie me down to keep me from looking for my boys. Now, their excuse is police told them, stay in the house. Don't go outside. We got our best guys out there looking for the boys. I don't care what they would have told me. I'd have still went and searched for my boys. I wouldn't have messed with their investigation, done anything to mess up their investigation, but I would have been out there looking for my son. You'd have to kill me to keep me from not looking for him. My son is my everything. Now, I read this morning that some neighbors in Cal City had saw some kids out playing, but they couldn't say if it was Orinn or Orson. They just saw kids. My opinion, I don't think those kids ever moved to California City. That's just my opinion. I think something happened to them in Bakersfield. I don't know what happened. I suspect that the boys were being abused. That's why the family kept the kids isolated from everyone. That's just my opinion, my theory. The abuse probably went too far, and they died. That's my opinion. Of course, it's possible somebody could have took them, or they could have been sold. I don't think they were sold. I could be wrong. I'm almost 40, and my mom would still be out looking for her baby if something happened to me until the end. Even if one of my dogs was missing, I could not rest. I would not be able to rest until I found them. I'd be out there searching night and day. We are entitled to our opinions. It's right, Lisa, as long as we're respectful. I think they were sold. There would be more sightings. It's a good possibility. They just busted a bunch of those sex traffickers, didn't they? I don't know how you would sell and hide two boys. I don't know, unless they sold them and they're in Mexico. Right, it's a crime shame. Kids just don't disappear. And we know from the neighbors' security cameras, those kids, from the angle we were watching, did not come out of that gate. Is it possible they could have went out the front door? Well, yeah, but that's not where Trezell said they were. He said they were in the backyard and he left the gate open. I try to be open-minded and say anything's possible. Oh, sure, I would need sedation to stop searching. You know, my heart breaks for families that have their loved ones missing. I don't know how they do it, how they sleep, how they eat, not knowing where their child's at. Whether it be like a little kid or an adult child missing, you know. I don't know how they do it. Did you see AV went to Camper Town? They said they saw a van in the desert off the grid. I saw that video, but I've not got a chance to watch it yet. I'm going to check that out after my stream. I really like AV Watchman. I think that guy has a good heart. I think he really cares about the boys. And I wasn't saying anything bad about him or the other lady that live streams earlier. I just don't know. I just don't agree with standing outside the house day after day shouting at OrsonWest. I mean, that's just me. But like I said, I like those guys and ladies that's been out there live streaming and keeping us updated. I know that they care. Hey, Samara. Anyhow, guys, hopefully there'll be a break in this case soon. I don't know how much evidence they have against them. I know they took like their cell phones and stuff. I heard the chief say that they gave the cell phones back. They must not have found anything on there. Like when they took Joanne Cunningham's phone in the AJ Friend Jr. case, within a couple of days, they had her but arrested because they found things on it that they had Googled about kids not breathing, things like that. Also, they found video footage of her ridiculing her son she had just beaten. But I'm thinking maybe they didn't find anything on the West phone. Maybe they were smart enough not to Google anything or video anything. Okay. I'm going to look at the chat before I move on to the Jennifer Dulos case. We got a little case update about Michelle Troconis. Her lawyer's trying to get her charges dropped against her. It's a joke. It's not going to happen. I can't sleep, and they're not even my kids. AV lost his daughter. She died. I know. I think his daughter was murdered, wasn't she? I like AV. He's a good guy. Yes, you never stop worrying about your children, even when they are grown and on their own. Yeah, my mom says that. Didn't they say the adoptive parents were not suspects? I think that the chief did say that. Even though he said that, I don't believe that for 1 second, Sapphire. He just didn't want to say it publicly. They are his number one suspects. You better believe that. They've not been cleared. That's for sure. I'm just wondering what I would love to be a fly on the wall when police were talking to them. Especially, I'm wondering if police talked to them about the neighbor's surveillance video not showing the boys leaving out the gate. I'd love to be a fly on the wall if they did ask them that. I'm worried about my granddaughter. No contact over 24 hours. Well, maybe the cell phone service is messed up, Lisa. I hope she contacts you. I think Trezel's connections through his brother puts weird pressure on the case with police. Yes. Yeah, it probably does. I'm with you. I don't think it's right, Cece. Could any of them give answers if our family members have done something wrong? I think the answer is no. Yeah. I try to put myself in the position of the family. Like, what if that was someone in my family and everybody was wanting answers from me and I didn't really know anything about it? I don't know. I just, in a way, I think that it makes it worse, everybody being outside their home because they're never going to want to talk now. You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody's against them, they feel like. So it's going to make them not want to talk with anyone. Maybe if they approached Miss Wanda West in a different manner, instead of shouting, "Where are the boys? Where are the boys?" Maybe she would speak with them if they was just like, "Miss West, now I'm not here to bother you, but would you speak with me just for a moment?" Maybe like in the right tone without yelling, "Where are the boys?" Maybe she would. I don't know. I just, I'm not, I wouldn't be comfortable outside their home doing that. I mean, I think I would feel different if, well, I know they would. If they were outside Trezel and Jacqueline shouting at them, I wouldn't give a damn. Right? My daughter lives in San Francisco. I'm in Boise. She lives alone. Yes, maybe phone's messed up. Oh gosh, I hope and pray everything's okay. Yeah, stay positive. She may be sleeping. It's early there, Lisa. Irwin, it's early there. Just remember that. She may be sleeping. Let us know if, you don't get a hold of her for sure. Okay. So, let me screen share something here. Let me take down tab. I want to show y'all Michelle Turconis, her stupid lawyer that John Schoenhorn's trying to get her out of trouble. He filed a motion to have the charges dropped. It's not going to happen. So there Michelle Turconis is sitting with investigators. She says, "I didn't do it." Says a distressed Michelle Turconis repeatedly insisted during interviews with state police that she was not involved with the death and disappearance of Jennifer Farber Dulos. According to video excerpts, her attorney has filed as exhibits in the case. The video clips filed with a motion last week, seeking to have some of Michelle's charges thrown out, offer a glimpse into hours of interviews she had with state police detectives after Jennifer Dulos vanished May 24, 2019. Michelle says, I have no idea what happened to Jennifer. I have no idea where Jennifer is, and that's 100%. Troconis told state police detectives during an August 13th, 2019 interview. Michelle is 46. She is free on a $2.1 million bond after pleading not guilty to conspiracy to commit murder, tampering with evidence, and hindering prosecution charges. Her former boyfriend, Dulos, died from a suicide last January while facing murder, kidnapping, and other charges in connection with his estranged wife's death and disappearance. Dulos' longtime friend and former attorney, Kent Mulhenny, also pleaded not guilty to conspiracy to commit murder in the case. Mulhenny was released on a reduced bond in October, and prosecutors announced last week that he will likely testify against Michelle if her case goes to trial. Michelle's attorney, John Schoenhorn, has filed more than a half a dozen motions since taking the case last February, with one directly calling on Judge John F. Blowie to dismiss the evidence tampering charges. Well, that's not going to happen. She's on video with photos disposing of evidence that had Jennifer Dulos' blood on it. Schoenhorn submitted the video clips in an effort to show state police detectives had a reckless disregard for facts and evidence when they drafted the arrest warrant affidavits used to charge Michelle Troconis. Michelle was first arrested on evidence tampering and hindering prosecution charges on June 1st, 2019. One day after police said they discovered videos of her with Dulos in Hartford as he dumped bags that contained his estranged wife's blood and clothing the night of the disappearance, according to arrest warrants. With her former attorney, Andrew Bowman, by her side, Michelle was interviewed by police on June 2nd, June 6th, and August 13th, 2019. In the video excerpts that Schoenhorn submitted, Troconis can be seen shaking and crying at times during the tense interviews with state police detectives. In one of the videos Schoenhorn submitted, it appears to contradict the way state police quoted Michelle in her arrest warrants. In the video clip, Michelle denied smelling the paper towel that police inferred in the arrest warrants that Dulos used to clean an employee's Toyota Tacoma the day his estranged wife vanished. The warrants alleges Michelle said the towel did not smell like coffee. In the video, however, Michelle denies knowing what it smelled like at all. She says, I hold the paper towel, but I didn't smell it, she said in the video. It is unclear, however, if the exchange between Michelle and the investigators outlined in arrest warrants about a paper towel stained with dark liquid occurred during a portion of the interview that was not released by Schoenhorn. Yeah, he only released a short clip, and I'll show it to you guys. Another video clip shows a compilation of Michelle insisting throughout the interviews that she did not know what happened to Jennifer Dulos. However, the clip excludes much of the back and forth between Michelle and the detectives. Schoenhorn has said his client told state police at least 18 times she did not know what happened and was not involved. When asked where Jennifer Dulos was located during a June 6, 2019 interview, Michelle replied that she thought she was hiding. Later in the interview, Michelle claimed she feared Jennifer Dulos after she went missing. Wow. I didn't want to stay in the house. That's the truth, Michelle told investigators. Michelle said she was scared and worried. When asked what she was worried about, Michelle replied, Jennifer disappeared and maybe she was going to come and kill me and Nicole. Nicole is Michelle's young daughter. But arrest warrants indicate Jennifer Dulos did not survive her estranged husband's attack that occurred in the garage of her New Canaan home when she returned home from dropping off her 5 kids at school on May 24, 2019. Jennifer Dulos has been presumed dead, although her body has never been recovered. The medical examiner said based on all the blood in her garage, he does not believe she could have survived the attack without medical attention. Schoenhorn included video clips in the recent motion that he believes refute accusations that Michelle actively participated in discarding key forensic evidence in Hartford's North End the night of the disappearance. 2 videos submitted by Schoenhorn shows a man parking his black Ford Raptor on Albany Avenue that evening. State police believe that man was Fotis Dulos, according to arrest warrants. The clip shows the man in a white t-shirt getting out of the truck to discard items, including a trash bag and what appears to be a large section of rug from a car that he leaned against Milagros, I think it's called Milagros Restaurant. A similar rug was missing from Jennifer Dulos' Chevy Suburban when it was found abandoned the night she was reported missing. Michelle was in the vehicle, police allege, but could not be seen on the video shown by Schoenhorn. Similar to the interview clips, these videos show brief sections of the footage obtained by investigators. The judge has not ruled on many of Schoenhorn's motions. Michelle Troconis is scheduled to appear in court on March 16th, 2021. Okay, let me go find the video here. I pulled up the wrong article, actually. Oh, it's a crying shame. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Hey, Sunny Side Up. Let me see. This is just a short clip, but I wanted to show it to you guys. Yeah, I think it's this Fox. Yeah, here it is. Hold on. It was in the Fox article.
The COVID-19 vaccine is rolling out in Connecticut. So let's get ready to roll up our sleeves.
Oh my goodness, it's playing something.
The fact is, that's the best way to keep everyone safe. Keep checking this website for updates.
It's not letting me. Okay, hold on.
Attorney is releasing new evidence to the court. He hopes
Hold on 1 second, guys. It started sharing something else. They really need, when they write their articles, they need to quit having these videos play as soon as you click on the article. It's annoying as hell.
Lawyer shows the 46-year-old emotional, pleading her innocence while being interrogated by police in June of 2019.
Okay, I muted or something here. Damn it. It's not wanting to play.
The video, just one piece of evidence. Troconis lawyer,
Guys, I don't know what it did. It won't play the audio.
Superior Court. Schoenhorn filing a motion.
I muted it at the top of my screen. Let me go out of this crap. I'm going to throw this laptop outside one day. Baby, what is it? Go on. Okay.
Welcome to your new boutique-inspired senior living experience.
See, every time I click on it to try to cut the audio down, it... Okay. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Gosh, I hate technology, trying to screen share. Ugh. Let me get the ad down. I wish they would hurry up with this case. I can't wait till it goes to trial. I want to hear what Kent Mulwhinney's got to say.
He hopes will aid in his fight for the dismissal of a number of charges Troconis is facing in connection with the disappearance of Jennifer Dulos.
I can do whatever you want, but I didn't do it.
New video released Wednesday by Michelle Troconis' lawyer shows the 46-year-old emotional, pleading her innocence while being interrogated by police in June of 2019.
You think you have information? I'm going to help them, but I do want the whole world.
The video, just one piece of evidence Troconis' lawyer John Schoenhorn introduced to Sanford Superior Court. Schoenhorn filing a motion to dismiss certain charges on the basis that the police filed warrant contains, quote, falsehoods, recklessly disregarded the truth, and omitted material facts.
The purpose is to show that she repeatedly, and I mean repeatedly, denied knowledge about the disappearance of Jennifer Dulos, denied having anything to do with it, and specifically saying that she had nothing to hide and she was willing to help the police. All of that was omitted from the warrant.
The motion focuses on Troconis' arrest in September when she was charged with evidence tampering and conspiracy to commit evidence tampering. We spoke to Hartford criminal lawyer Jim Bergen, who says the introduction of the video to the court is an attempt to change the public's perception of Troconis.
He needs the public to see the rest of the story, which is that one little clip. Some people are going to see that video and they're going to conclude, oh boy, she really was trying all she could do. Other people might think, oh, she's crying because, she's in trouble.
Also submitted by Schoenhorn, this photo of Fotis Dulos captured at a People's United Bank ATM in Avon, allegedly taken after his trunk was cleaned at a nearby car wash.
The warrant says that both Michelle and Dulos went to the bank to take cash out. That image clearly shows it's just Fotis Dulos going to an ATM in a car and doing so. So once again, it's misleading to suggest that they both were withdrawing money from the bank.
Schoenhorn later clarifying to Fox 61 News that he does not mean to imply Troconis was not in the vehicle, only that she did not make a withdrawal or assist in the transaction pictured in any way. Introduced in court as well, notes commonly referred to by investigators as alibi scripts, allegedly written by Michelle Troconis, depicting a timeline of events the day Jennifer went missing. Schoenhorn says the police warrant suggests there were inaccuracies in Troconis' timeline. Bergen says it would be in police's favor to refer to the timeline as an alibi script, but it could also be seen as general notes written by Troconis.
To call it an alibi script, I think they are permitted to do that, but it is argumentative. And it's up to the judge who's looking at a warrant to see this and say, well, wait a minute, let me decide what that means. You don't have to give me these words.
Okay, let me just plug back up a second. The alibi scripts, I have these arrest warrants in my Google Drive. The alibi scripts were found in Fotis Dulos' office. Now, they have tried to claim that I believe her lawyer wanted her to write down like the timeline that day, all this and that. It's bullcrap. They were getting their story straight. Every one of them. Fotis, Michelle, and Kent Mulwhinney. Every one of them. They got their story together. That's why they call them the alibi scripts. She didn't write that down in front of investigators. No. That was found in Fotis Dulos' office. I'm going to go back through the arrest warrants and reread them and stuff. But I know for a fact it was found in his office. She's not getting out of trouble. She might have been crying in that interview. She's crying because she's afraid she's going to be cuffed and stuffed. That's exactly why she was crying. They all sat around and planned this, and they was going to kill Kent's ex-wife. He was in trouble for raping her. They was going to kill her, and she was smart enough not to meet up with Fotis. Fotis tried, though. He tried to lure her out to his Farmington home. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Emily. It's good to see you. Did you get a hold of your daughter, Lisa Irwin? Okay, that's good. Yeah, she's crying because she got caught. And you know what? The judge should not let him submit any video clips into evidence like it unless he's going to submit the whole video, the whole damn video. Because as far as I know, she really did pick up that paper towel he's talking about and smell of it. Yeah, she got caught. Now she acts like she can't speak English. I saw Miss Jones say that earlier in chat. Hey, Miss Jones. Yeah, she acts like she needs a translator. She didn't have a translator during that interrogation, but now all of a sudden she can't understand English when she goes to court. She also wants her ankle bracelet off, but that's not going to happen. She's lucky to even be out on bond. I knew her co-conspirator, Kent, was going to flip because he's an attorney. He knows how this goes. And he had been cuffed and stuffed for a long time, just sitting in jail for way over a year before they let him out to go see his dying father. He's smart. He's an attorney, you know. I knew he would flip. He's going to have to save his own butt. But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking Fotis Dulos was probably smart enough not to tell Michelle or Kent where he put Jennifer's body at. Now, during this interrogation with police, Michelle kept on, saying that she didn't do it, that she would go with police to dig holes in the yard. She kept repeating that, which I thought was really, really strange. What did he spill the tea on? We don't know, Emily. All we know is that he is cooperating with prosecutors and that he will testify against Michelle if this goes to trial. I think since he is cooperating with them, that more than likely he didn't know where Jennifer's body was at, or he probably would have told them. I don't think Fotis told them what he done with her body. Yeah, she kept saying, I'll go and help you guys look for Jennifer. I'll even help you dig holes in the yard. Isn't that weird? And she also, let me find this other article. She was talking about Jennifer being dismembered. Yeah. Let me go back. I read several articles and saved them this morning about this. Let me go look real quick. Scroll, damn it. Okay. I think it's this one. Let me just scroll. A distressed Michelle Turconis repeatedly insisted during interviews with state investigators she was not involved with Jennifer's disappearance. I think I just read this one. Yeah, that's the one I just read. I read another one, and she was talking about she didn't know if her body was dismembered or not. Okay. It says a visible upset Michelle Turconis offered to help detectives look for the remains of Jennifer Dulos in a video released by her attorney Wednesday in the latest attempt to have some charges dismissed in the case. I can spend a month with you guys. I can do whatever you want, but I didn't do it. Michelle told state police as she was being questioned on June 6, 2019, nearly 2 weeks after Jennifer went missing. Okay, let's see. Michelle, a former girlfriend of Fotis, has been charged with evidence tampering, hindering prosecution, and conspiracy to commit murder. Fotis died from suicide January 2020, about 2 weeks after he was charged with murder in connection with Jennifer Dulos' death and disappearance. Let me see what else it says. Okay. In clips of police interviews Schoenhorn submitted with the motion on Wednesday, Michelle said she would be willing to help detectives search for Jennifer, but said she didn't know where her remains could be found. If you had to get rid of a body, which was no longer in one place, where would you go? Detective Kimball asked Michelle during a June 2nd, 2019 interview. After police said they found videos of Michelle and Fotis in Hartford the night of the disappearance. Okay, it says, where would Fotis have gone to take either Jennifer or parts of Jennifer? Detective Kimball asked. Oh, God, I don't know. I mean, if you're asking me something like that, Michelle replied. When detectives asked Michelle if Jennifer Dulos or any part of her could be found at Fotis Dulos' home at 4 Jefferson Crossing in Farmington, she replied, I mean, you guys, I can go with you. I can dig holes. I can do whatever you want, according to documents Schoenhorn filed Wednesday. At one point, Michelle offered again to go with police, but reiterated she had no idea where Jennifer could be found. I'll do whatever, but no. I mean, if she's cut in pieces, she's all over, Michelle said, according to the documents. Let me read that again. I'll do whatever, but no. I mean, if she's cut into pieces, she's all over. You know what? That's probably what he did to her. He probably dismembered her and spread her all over Hartford or wherever. Okay. Schoenhorn wrote that his client, on at least 18 occasions, told investigators she did not know what happened to Jennifer Dulos. Well, you know what? A lot of criminals say that over and over and over. They never confess. That don't mean she's innocent. If he was trying to get the public to feel sorry for her and take pity on her, it's not going to happen. I'm not taking pity on her. She knew exactly what was going on. Lady, what you barking at, baby? Yeah, let her out, see what she wants, baby. Sorry, guys. My dogs are up starting. I'm usually good for 30 or 40 minutes before they start. I thought that was really weird. He said, Michelle said if she was in pieces, she would be spread all over. That's probably exactly what, I never thought about that. It's probably exactly what he did with her. Cut her up and dumped the parts all over the place. Hey, Juju. She is a piece of work. If she doesn't know, then why offer to go with them? I don't know. I mean, unless she was just scared. I think she was scared, but I think she knew exactly what was going to happen to Jennifer. Michelle made sure she had 3 alibis that morning, even taking her picture in a convenience store. Kim Smith, that's what I think he did. You know, Kim, I had never thought about that before. Never. I don't know why. But never thought about it till I read that statement. Can't lose our phones. They are our lifelines. I know. I lose mine about 10 times a day. For real. Speaking of phones, Fotis Dulos, he left his phone at home all day, May 24th, 2019, to make it look like he'd never left his house. Like that was a good alibi. No, Jennifer is no more. They'll probably never find her body, I don't think. For a while, I thought, oh, yeah, they're going to find the body. Michelle or Ken will tell where the body's at. That never happened. And now I think Michelle and Ken didn't know what he'd done with Jennifer's body. I think Fotis was too smart to tell him. Well, I shouldn't say too smart. He was smart enough not to tell him. He wasn't a smart person at all. I know. That's what I'm thinking, Kim. Why would she say that statement? Well, if she's in pieces, then she would be all over. Boy, that's very, very telling. I think that's exactly what he done went through. One of these days, somebody may stumble upon a bone, a hunter or somebody. They may find her that way. It's happened before. They found people's remains 30 and 40 years later. See my thoughts above. Okay, let me scroll up. If she doesn't know, then why offer to go with them? That one? Piece of work, that woman? Yeah. These women drive me crazy. I know it. Look, Michelle Troconis is nothing but a home wrecking hoe. That's exactly what she is. A home wrecking hoe. Fotis was messing around with Michelle while he was married to Jennifer. And you know what that son of a gun did? He came to Jennifer and he says, look, well, she found out about his affair and she was going to leave him. He told her, he said, I'm moving my mistress in here and her daughter into our home. And Jennifer was like, oh, hell no. And she left and took her kids to New York City where her mama lives at. And that's the time that Fotis called 911. It said his wife had left him and he couldn't find the kids and all that crap. Yeah. But anyways, that son of a bitch, that's the kind of person he was. He was going to move his mistress into the home he shared with his wife and 5 children. He used Jennifer and threw her in the trash. That's right, Lisa Irwin. He married Jennifer because of her family's name, the Farbers, which are really rich. And he wouldn't have been able to have started his business if it wasn't for Jennifer's dad, Hillard Farber. Loaned him the money. And then that son of a bitch wouldn't even pay it back, said he took it as a gift. Are you serious? Nobody's going to give you $1 million, $2 million as a gift. Son-in-law or not. Piece of crap. Then he had his lawyer come out and bash Jennifer. Norm Pattis. Like, you know, they come out and had this claim that Jennifer done like a revenge suicide to set Fotis up for her murder. All this, like, bashed her. And you know, that probably got back to their kids. He's a piece of crap. Even though he was accused of killing Jennifer, you would have thought for his kids' sake, he would have told that big mouth Norm Pattis to shut it. Zip it up, buddy. Don't be bashing Jennifer because that's going to hurt my children. But he didn't. He didn't care. He just wanted her to look bad. They can find bodies in the dump, even parts. Yep. I think he had a friend with the boat, fed her to the fishes. That's a good possibility. I know they went and drug all the lakes where he used to water ski at. He was an asshole, guys. His kids was into water skiing. He would make them ski even when they was tired. He would make them practice and practice. And if they said they was tired, he would get really mad. Jennifer said in her divorce documents that one time one of the kids didn't want to ski anymore. They was tired. Fotis got so enraged, he took one of the water skis and busted up against a rock. Yep. I remember being on the school bus, my son's field trip, a message perplexed that, hey, I bet you Dulos committed suicide. She said, no way. Not a minute later, I was notified he died by suicide. Yeah. Yeah, he lived for a couple days after that. Remember, they took him like to New York and to a hospital, and they put him like in a hyperbarics chamber, but he was on life support. Now, his kids did get to go see him and say goodbye to him before they took him off life support. Yeah. Okay, guys, I got one more thing to tell you about, and I've got to get off here because my dogs are starting. And this is a sick case. There was a substitute teacher in Georgia who has been charged with 19 counts of child molestation because she videoed herself masturbating in a classroom full of second graders. I hate using that freaking word. Let me go up here and get her picture. I'm trying to remember where this is at. I believe it's in Carroll County, Georgia. Let's get this weirdo's picture pulled up. I like jumped through my screen and just knocked the hell out of her. Ring her bell, honey. Sicko. Look at her. She looks like an evil bitch. Georgia substitute teacher videos herself masturbating in a class full of second graders. So she was arrested Friday, charged with 19 counts of child molestation, the Carroll County Sheriff's Office reports. School officials notified investigators after allegations of misconduct by the teacher, and the subsequent investigation found that Amelia Ressler, age 30, had engaged in indecent and immoral acts while in the presence of school-aged children. It appears she was masturbating while the class was full of kids. Ashley Hulsey from the Carroll County Sheriff's Office told Fox 5 Atlanta. Ressler's 19 counts represent one of each child in her second grade class at Mount Zion Elementary School. Investigators found evidence of the indecent act when someone in the community saw a video and alerted the school. We obtained video evidence because she videoed it herself and disseminated it, and we were able to get a hold of the evidence. Halsey also said investigators were talking with students and parents to determine what the kids saw. It's one of these things that kids are going through that they shouldn't, she said. The mental anguish that it's causing these children and parents. That was our drive behind working this case, getting it down quickly, getting her put in jail as quickly as possible. Fox 5 spoke with one parent of one of the second graders who said she knows Ressler. She graduated about the same time we did, so it just seems worse, the parent said. Fox 5 said it wasn't clear how long Ressler had been working with the Carroll County School District. She's being held in the Carroll County Jail without bond. What a sicko. What a sicko. Who would do something like that in front of the kids? Now, she must have got some kind of sexual satisfaction or whatever, however the hell you say it, out of doing that in a room full of kids. Freaking weirdo bitch. She needs her ass whooped, what she needs. Weirdo. I can't even look at her picture. I have to take it down because I'm getting very angry thinking about that bitch doing that in front of a room full of second graders. Excuse my language. They are bitches. These weirdos are bitches. I don't care to call them names. Sickening. Emily, I know I don't get here often, but no, I love you. Oh, Emily, thank you so much for the super chat. Love you too, hon. When I don't see my regular people in here, my longtime subscribers, I wonder about them, but I know people's got lives. Emily says, cuss away. That stupid bitch. Can you believe that? Videoed herself, and somehow she must have sent it to everybody. Oh my goodness. I hope none of my subscribers' kids go to school there. I know I've got some subscribers in Georgia. Book 'em and cook 'em. That's right. Book 'em and cook 'em. That's a good one. Book 'em and cook 'em. Hey, she's going to prison. That little weirdo bitch is going to prison. I got news for her. 19 counts. Then again, she's never been in trouble. I bet they give that weirdo a plea deal or something. They shouldn't. She will reoffend. If she's got something bad wrong with her. Something real bad wrong with her to do something like that. Who would even think to do something like that to themselves around kids and video it? Well, only a weirdo would do something like that. That's the answer. I'm telling you, she's a pedophile, or she wouldn't have done that around those children. Morgan M. Ditto what Emily said. Thanks, CC and chat and friends. Oh, Morgan, thank you so much. I'm glad to see you back in the chat, girl. I really am. Did you ever get you another puppy? Did you ever get you another pug? I know you lost your pug last year, didn't you? Sorry about that. My little Chloe, she's probably not going to be here much longer either. My dog that's in my profile picture. I got up with her at 4 o'clock this morning. I could hear the fluid inside of her. Got to call the vet. Even though she's on 2 fluid pills. And her body was just so hot this morning. And it wasn't from being curled up on her pillow and her blanket. No, it wasn't that. It was hot. Like it was before. Haha, she can tap herself in prison. Go away, a bad teacher. Hey, she'll probably be convicted pedophile now. Convicted sex predator now. She'll never teach again. No new pug yet. I decided to take the opportunity to travel. That plan didn't go, so, well, yeah. Oh, I hear you, girl. Hey, I'm telling you, pets are a lot of responsibility. I cannot go anywhere right now because I have 2 senior dogs that I have to keep an eye on. And Mark's mom can't keep them because she can't keep dogs in the house. And anyways, I just don't want to leave them while they're like this. You know, because they could, Smokey could have a seizure. He takes pills for epilepsy, whatever it's called. And Chloe, she takes 3 or 4 pills. So I just can't travel right now. Hey, people, think before you get dogs and stuff because, you know, it is a lot of responsibility. It's expensive. I didn't think about all those things when I got all these dogs. Well, I didn't get them all at one time, but anyways. It's a lot of responsibility and a lot of money, especially when they get old. But if you do want a dog, adopt, don't shop. I know a lot of people like purebreds. You can adopt purebreds. You know, they got different rescues, pug rescues, beagle rescues, this and that. I wouldn't travel now if I could. No, me either. I may do a little traveling this summer. I'm gonna go down to the True Crime Museum in Pigeon Forge, maybe, if I can. I want a dog soon. Well, Lisa, just come see me. I'll give you one. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, speaking of dogs, guys, we have got to vote for Skylar. We've only got, what, till tomorrow? Anyone that don't know, my beagle is in America's favorite pet contest. I'm going to pull it up right now before I get off here. If she wins, let's see, she'll win $5,000 and she will be in the Dogster magazine. If we win $5,000 with Skylar, we are going to give the Paws organization $500. Mark and I are. We always donate to the Paws organization anyways. Let me share this with you. I don't want to invite. I was just talking about this with Mark yesterday. I was like, if we win, we're giving the Paws organization $500, and I'm doing it on my live stream. Okay. So all you need to do is have Facebook to vote. You can vote every 24 hours for free, or you can buy her votes. You can buy 10 votes for $10, and that money goes to the Paws organization, paws.org. But you don't have to buy her any votes. If you guys would just please go vote for her for free, I'll be very happy. And I'll appreciate it. So there's my baby, Skylar Rain. Okay, so we got 3 days, 10 hours, and 59 minutes left to vote. There's her little baby picture. Oh, she's so cute. She's a diva, y'all. She's a diva. Okay. Let me get this took down. Yes, vote for Skylar. Let me put the link. Did I put the link in? I can't even remember. There's the link. America's favorite pet. Mark's like, she's probably not going to win. I didn't even look to see what is she currently, 8th in her group. Okay, she's still 8th. She's been in 8th all weekend. My pug still has a Facebook to vote with too. Aw, that's so sweet. I'm sorry about your dog, Morgan. I really am. I know you loved your little dog and you'd had him forever. That's sweet. He had a Facebook. She's precious. Love her eyes. Oh, thank you, Sunny Side Up. She is a freaking diva. Someone commented the other day because I was talking about Skylar on my live stream, a new subscriber, and they said that they had a beagle. I think they said like 3 or 4 years old, and her name is Rosie, and she's a diva too, and she cries to get her way too. So I'm not the only one with a beagle that thinks she's Queen Bee. Amelia, my 3-year-old boss, got caught me slacking on the job. I gotta go, guys. Thanks for the nice chat. Thanks for your time, sis. Oh, thank you, Amelia. Thank you. Have a great day. Don't be slacking on your job, girl. I'm slacking too, guys. I gotta get off here. I got some things I gotta do. I will see y'all in the morning. Thanks for your support. Thanks for chatting with me. Be safe, be kind, and peace. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place.